Whitney Way Thor gets best news ever. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel, My Big Fat Fabulous Life. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. TLC star Whitney Way Thor has had a lot on her plate lately, but there is some good news to share regarding her mother Babs. This season, My Big Fat Fabulous Life fans watched Whitney receive the tragic news that Babs had another stroke. She isn't out of the woods yet, but Whitney is proud to share an update in an upcoming episode. Keep reading to see how TLC decided to share the news. Whitney Way Thor receives an incredibly happy surprise. Whitney Way Thor and her mother Babs have a pretty strong relationship. That's why it's been so difficult for the TLC star to handle her mother's ongoing health issues. But now, it seems as if there might be a light at the end of the tunnel. The TLC Instagram account showed off a teaser revealing the happy news. In the clip, Whitney receives a phone call confirming that a rehab facility accepted her mother. It will help her rebuild her strength in the aftermath of her stroke. The My Big Fat Fabulous Life star starts to tear up over the news. She can hardly believe it. This honestly feels like a dream. Whitney gets some good news about Babs' rehab status. TLC captioned the video, "Oh, thank God, don't even know her, and yet I feel like I love her. I'm glad she's a fighter," wrote one fan on the video. "Wishing you all the best, Babs, in your recovery," added another. Fans may primarily watch the show for Whitney, but they definitely care quite a bit about her mother too. Want to see the happy clip for yourself? You can do that here. The TLC personality is still weighing her options when it comes to children. Fans know that Whitney Way Thor definitely needed this bit of good news. This season, she also got some heartbreaking news about her friend Heather. Whitney asked Heather to be her surrogate, but things just aren't going to work out. Now, the TLC personality isn't entirely sure that she still wants kids at all. "I don't know, but now with my boyfriend in the picture, I am kind of like, if I do it, I want to do it with him and with him on board. You know what I mean?" Whitney told another friend in an episode. Now that she has her French boyfriend, having a new baby could definitely complicate things. Fans just hope she doesn't give on her dreams for the sake of a man. Keep checking back for more information on Whitney Way Thor. My Big Fat Fabulous Life just entered a brand new season, so there are plenty of fun and exciting stories to share. Whitney Way Thor's life had always been a whirlwind of ups and downs. As the star of the reality show, My Big Fat Fabulous Life, she had shared her journey with millions of fans who had supported her through thick and thin. From her struggles with polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, to her advocacy for body positivity, Whitney had always been open about her life. But recently, she had been waiting anxiously for news that could change everything. For months, Whitney had been undergoing treatments for her PCOS, hoping that they would improve her chances of conceiving a child. It had been a long and emotional journey, filled with hope and disappointment. Despite the challenges, Whitney remained determined and hopeful, supported by her loving family and friends. One sunny afternoon, Whitney sat in her living room, surrounded by family photos and mementos of happier times. She was waiting for a phone call from her doctor, who had promised to share the results of her latest round of treatments. Her heart raced with anticipation and anxiety, knowing that this call could bring the best news of her life, or another setback. As Whitney tried to distract herself with a book, her phone rang, breaking the silence. Her heart skipped a beat as she saw the doctor's name on the caller ID. Taking a deep breath, she answered the call. "Hello, this is Whitney," she said, her voice trembling slightly. "Hi Whitney, it's Dr. Anderson." The voice on the other end replied warmly. "I have the results of your latest tests, and I think you're going to be very happy." Whitney's heart pounded in her chest as she listened to the doctor explain the results. Tears welled up in her eyes as she realized what she was hearing. "Whitney, your tests show that your hormone levels have improved significantly," Dr. Anderson said. "This means that your chances of conceiving have increased dramatically. I believe you have a very good chance of getting pregnant in the near future." Whitney couldn't hold back her tears any longer. "Thank you, Dr. Anderson," she said, her voice choked with emotion. "This is the best news I could have ever hoped for." After hanging up the phone, Whitney sat in stunned silence, letting the news sink in. She had been dreaming of becoming a mother for so long, and now it felt like that dream was finally within reach. She couldn't wait to share the news with her family and friends. Whitney decided to call her parents first. Her mother, Babs, had always been her biggest supporter, and she knew that her father, Glenn, would be overjoyed as well. "Mom, Dad, I have some incredible news," Whitney said excitedly when they answered the call. "Dr. Anderson just called, and she said that my hormone levels have improved significantly. She thinks I have a very good chance of getting pregnant soon." There was a moment of stunned silence on the other end of the line before Babs let out a joyful cry. "Oh, Whitney, that's wonderful news. We're so happy for you." Glenn chimed in, his voice filled with pride. "We're so proud of you, Whitney. You've worked so hard for this. We're here for you every step of the way." Next, Whitney wanted to share the news with her closest friends. She invited them over for a small gathering at her house, eager to celebrate with the people who had been by her side through thick and thin. As her friends arrived, Whitney could barely contain her excitement. Once everyone was settled, she stood up and took a deep breath. "I have some amazing news to share," Whitney began, her voice filled with emotion. "I just got a call from my doctor, and she said that my hormone levels have improved significantly. My chances of getting pregnant have increased dramatically." Her friends erupted in cheers and applause, rushing to hug her and offer their congratulations. "Whitney, that's incredible," her best friend, Heather, exclaimed. "I'm so happy for you. You deserve this, Whitney," her friend Buddy added, his eyes filled with pride. "You've worked so hard, and we're all here to support you." As the days passed, Whitney felt a renewed sense of hope and determination. She continued to follow her doctor's recommendations and focused on taking care of her health. She also began exploring options for fertility treatments, eager to do everything possible to increase her chances of conceiving. Chapter 5. Embracing Hope. Whitney documented her journey on social media, sharing updates and insights with her followers. She was touched by the outpouring of support and encouragement from people around the world. "Thank you all for your love and support," Whitney posted one day. "This journey has been challenging, but your kindness means the world to me. I'm more determined than ever to make my dream of becoming a mother come true." Whitney's journey led her to a renowned fertility clinic, where she met with specialists who offered new hope and options for treatment. She was impressed by their expertise and compassion, and she felt confident that she was in good hands. During her first consultation, the fertility specialist, Dr. Patel, reviewed her medical history and discussed the various treatment options available. "Whitney, I believe we have a very good chance of helping you conceive," Dr. Patel said, her voice filled with confidence. "We'll start with a series of treatments designed to enhance your fertility and increase your chances of getting pregnant." Whitney felt a sense of relief and excitement. She was ready to take the next steps and do whatever it took to make her dream of becoming a mother a reality. Whitney began her fertility treatments with a renewed sense of hope and determination. The process was demanding, both physically and emotionally, but she remained focused on her goal. She kept a positive attitude, relying on the support of her family and friends to help her through the tough moments. Throughout the treatment process, Whitney continued to share her journey on social media, offering a candid and honest look at the challenges and triumphs she experienced. "Today was a tough day," Whitney admitted in one of her posts, "but I know that every step I take brings me closer to my dream. Thank you all for your support and encouragement. It means the world to me." Her followers responded with an outpouring of love and encouragement, reminding her that she was not alone on this journey. One morning, Whitney received a call from the fertility clinic. Dr. Patel's voice was filled with excitement as she shared some unexpected news. "Whitney, I have some exciting news," Dr. Patel said. "Your latest tests show that your body is responding exceptionally well to the treatments. We believe that you are now in a prime position to conceive." Whitney felt a surge of emotion, tears streaming down her face. "Thank you, Dr. Patel. This is the best news I could have hoped for." She immediately called her family and friends to share the news, their joy and excitement matching her own. "This is it, Whitney," Heather said, her voice filled with excitement. "You're so close to making your dream come true."